Hi my love, how are you? My name is Tasha and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. As you can see behind me, I crochet. I do a lot more than crochet, but today's video will be about crochet. This video was particularly made to go with the pattern that I have coming out for a Christmas tree hat. Go check it out. And in that pattern, I use a crocodile stitch, which I know a lot of people don't know how to do. It's very easy, it's just intimidating. But I thought to go with the pattern and to maybe help people outside of that, that I would just go ahead and make a video on it. Just a tiny little tutorial. It's nothing big. I'm not gonna show you how to make a blanket or a hat or anything. I'm just gonna do a little swatch, but I'm gonna show you how I do it. So I hope you stick around and I hope that you stay, and I'm open to suggestions on what you'd like to see from me. So comment, like, subscribe, do all the things. If you have any questions, please let me know. I don't bite. And yeah, let's get into it. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so here's my foundation chain. Just got enough for a little swatch to show you. I've chained 23. Okay, and so for the crocodile stitch, you have what I call as a foundation row, and then you have the row that you actually create the crocodile stitch. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in a little bit. But until then, let's work on our foundation row. Okay, so I'm going to skip 2 from my hook. So there's one there, 2. And in that next one right there, the third one from my hook, I'm going to double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, go through that third chain there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over one more time, pull through 2, and I lied to you, yarn over one more time, pull through 2. I'm assuming if you're here, you know how to double crochet, but just in case you don't, that's how we double crochet. Okay, so we skipped 2 there, and that created essentially a double crochet for us, and we just created another one. So for this row, the pattern is 2 double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, 2 double crochet. Okay, so here's our 2 double crochet. So we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then down here we're going to skip 2. This is where we created our last one, so we're going to go into the next one, 1, 2, and that third one right there is the one that we're going to go in and double crochet. Pull through 2 and pull through 2. Okay, now we're going to double crochet right next to that one. Yarn over, go through that loop, yarn over, pull through. Should have 3 loops there on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, we just repeat that all the way down. Chain 2, skip 2, going into that third one there, double crochet. And then a double crochet right next to it. Okay, so we're getting these little clusters of chain 2s, or I'm sorry, of double crochets. Chain 2, skip 2, double crochet. Oh, there's a hair there. Sorry about that. She's a professional. Double crochet right next to it to complete our little cluster there. Okay, then we're gonna chain 2, skip 2, go into that third one, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm just going to finish this all the way down with you, just in case you still wanted to watch. If you're a visual learner like me, watch things over and over and then it kind of clicks. Oh, oops. That one got a little wonky, didn't it? Okay. So there's our little foundation row there. Okay, see how we have little kind of clusters of our double crochets? This one looks a little wonky, but that's because it's an end one and it's the one we kind of fibbed at being a double crochet, but it'll be okay. Okay, so now I'm going to chain one just to turn my work. Your pattern should tell you what it is that it wants you to do, so make sure you're paying attention to your pattern. And then I'm going to turn my work. Okay, and so now is when we have our crocodile stitch row. And instead of working horizontally like you're used to, we're going to be working around these double crochets we created, or as I like to call them, post. Okay, we're going to be putting our stitches around these posts, working in a U form. We're going to go down this post, we're going to chain one in the middle, and then work our way back up the other post. Okay, let me show you. So we're going to do 5 double crochet on either post. So we're going to yarn over, because this is the end. We're going to go through here to the back side. Okay, so yarn over. I'm going to come around the back of this stitch and come right up through the middle of them there. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull that through. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, we're going to do that 5 times for a total of 5 double crochets around the post. That's 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so there's one side of our U and one side of our crocodile stitch. See there? Okay, so to help turn it, I'm going to chain 1. Everybody does it different. I saw someone that chains 2. It's up to you, the space that you want in yours. I just chain 1. Okay, so we did 5. I'm sorry, this is all tangled there. There we go. We did 5 going down. Then we chain 1. Chain 1 kind of helps you turn to be able to get on this side. So on this side, we're going to 5 double crochet, just like we did on the other side. And so for this stitch, I find it's easiest to hold your work a little wonky. And instead of holding it this way, I like to hold mine vertically. And I'll show you why. If you pinch it, do you see how that kind of stands up on its own there? And there's gaps right through there. Okay, so now, like that, it's easier for me to yarn over and just go through that little loop there and double crochet around it. Whatever's easiest for you, of course. This is just what's easiest for me. And it may take a little while to get used to if you're new to this. So don't get discouraged if you don't get it on the first or second or even third try. Okay, you'll get there. Practice makes perfect. And 5. And there you go. There's our first crocodile stitch. See? And here's where our chain 1 is. There's the end is still there, but You see how there's it leaves kind of like a little hole there? Some people like it bigger there, some people don't. If you want a little bigger gap there, you can of course chain 2 instead of 1 when we go around our U, but okay. And do you see how this kind of flips and flops? So we're going to tie that down. So what we're going to do is in between the next little cluster we have here, we're going to slip stitch. So I'm going to go right through in the middle there, grab the yarn, pull it back through the middle, and also pull it through that stitch that's right there on our hook. And there you go. Now it shouldn't flop around anymore. So we're just going to create that a couple more times. Now we slip stitch through this one, so we're done with these 2. We're going to move on to the next 2, and we're going to 5 double crochet around the post. So yarn over, come back behind that post right there, coming up through the middle, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and remember, you can pinch your work to where it's a little bit easier and you don't have to do the wrap around. If it's easier for you to hold your work this way, you will have to come up from behind it. But if you hold your work vertically, instead you can just kind of yarn over and just go underneath it, pull through 2, pull through 2. And we're just going to do that our total of 5 times. I think this is 3. 4, whoops, and 5. Okay. There you go. We did the side of our U. We're going to chain 1 and work back up. Chain 1. And then we had our work vertically this way. I'm going to flip it the other way so I can access this chain. Now if you have tight tension, you may need to manipulate the stitches in your work a little bit more. But if you just kind of pull on it and manipulate it the way that you want it to go, like it'll stand up, okay? It will. So yarn over, just go right through that little gap there. We're going to do our 5 double crochet. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now don't forget, we're going to tie this side down. So what we're going to do is these next 2 here, where your stitch should sit on them or very close to. Okay, so that's a good way to remember which ones you're slip stitching into. We're going to go right through the middle there and pull our yarn through, and also pull it through that stitch. Little fur there. Does anyone else have dogs that just, no matter how much you brush them or bathe them, they just shed all year long? All year long. Just me? Okay, there's our 2. And then we slip stitch into that one. So we're going to create our next one here. Remember, you turn it vertically, kind of manipulate that stitch to kind of stand up there. And then we're gonna double crochet for a total of how many, class? I'm just kidding, that was cringy, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, for a total of 5, for those of you that haven't been paying attention or zoned out, because I do that a lot. So no judgment, I totally understand. 4 and, wait, 4, C, 5. I think this is 5. Two, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. Now don't forget our chain 1. And then we're going to turn it vertically the other way. Get our little stitch to stand up there. Pinch it. Lift it. And then we're going to double crochet 5. Or 5 double crochet. Whichever you prefer. Three, 4, and 5. Okay, and then we'll turn it back horizontally, and then we have our next little 2 here. These 2 look a little wonky because they were our starting chain, but that's okay. We're going to find the middle somehow, some way. Pull them apart, and then we're going to go right through the middle there. I'm not sure if you saw that. There you go. And we're going to pull that through and tie down that last side. And there you go. There you have it. There's your crocodile stitch. You can play with it, and move it around and do all the things, but essentially, that's it. You did it, friend. Good job. See, I knew you could do it. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you supporting me. And I like to think that I'm funny. So, you know, even if I was cringy, just pretend. Just pretend it was funny. I love you so much. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.